Alright. I gotta say, I am already liking the way this is all looking. The plants look nice, the grass, even the dirt looks much better. I definitely love the way this tree looks, and look at the oak. Cool. And it actually looks a lot better while we're mining it. The cracks look so dark. Even the plants look so cool. Look at this. This 3D texture is just so nice. Wow, even the oak planks look a lot more realistic. I just crafted some sticks and this is how they look. Definitely a massive difference from the regular sticks we all know. And once again, the crafting table too looks a lot more realistic. And unlike the regular crafting table, you could kind of tell that the tools are actually coming out here. Even the pickaxe has its own 3D design. Okay, this is some pretty good looking cobblestone here. I love the texture on it. And the cobblestone version of it looks decently well too. So far for me, I'm loving this 3D mod. Oh yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what a furnace looks like. It already looks pretty different. And I am also curious about torches too. Yep, all the stone tools have their own texture. Yeah, I definitely like that furnace. The thing that's really making it look cool is the cracks that they put on the back. And in the front, you could kind of see that the middle part kind of comes out a lot more. It actually looks like an actual oven, instead of some animated thing. Okay, that's pretty much what I expected for the torches. Anyways, I do want to get to building something pretty soon. But before we could go down to a cave, we must kill animals. So I'm gonna do that for a bit. It's too bad that the animals don't have their own 3D looking texture. Okay, so it is about to turn nighttime and I just found a cave too, which is great. And look at the sunset, oh my god. The sun looks so cool, look at that. It has like a 3D shape. It kind of looks like a square. And even the moon, oh look at the moon. So different from the regular Minecraft. And I think I'm gonna make a bed for now and go to sleep. Alright, let's go down to the cave. Hold on a second, I just can't help it but to notice all the good looking blocks. To be honest, the doorway looks the same. I think they could have done a lot better with this. I mean, I could kind of see the difference between the doorway in Minecraft and doorway in 3D, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. And the iron ores look just as cool as ever. Look at that stupid zombie, he can't even reach me. Oh my god, I just love these iron ores. It's so much more satisfying to mine when it looks 3D. I think it's time to smelt some of my food. Wait a second, I didn't realize this until now, but the food that we actually got from the animals also has its little own 3D shape. Okay, the beef looks decent. Let's just smelt it for now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can also tell it's on everything else too. Like the raw pork chop has its own shape and the chicken. I don't know if it's me, but when the food is cooking in the furnace, it kind of looks a lot more realistic. I don't know. You could kind of see the heat output is a lot higher and brighter. Now we could continue mining ores and then leave the cave. And I think that is enough iron ores for now. As you can see, I made a shield for myself because I didn't want to die to any mobs. Also, real quickly wanted to say that I love the deep slate. Love the texture they did for the deep slate. And the dripstone blocks definitely look a lot more detailed. Anyways, with all these ores, I think it's now time to leave the cave. I just came out of the cave and there were skeletons camping right there. But thankfully, I escaped them. Anyways, now it's about time to smelt our iron, and I'm very excited to smelt this too. Because if there's also 3D iron armor, which I think there is, then it's going to look pretty good too. And I think I'm just going to throw away my tools, as we're probably not going to need them anymore. And I just crafted multiple furnaces so the iron could smelt faster. And just like that, in a short amount of time, all the iron was done. And now we get to see how some 3D iron armor is going to look. Honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. I definitely like the structure of the armor a lot more. Anyways, now that we do have some iron, I do want to build a house. And I have a feeling that this house is going to be pretty good, seeing that everything is in 3D. I've always enjoyed building right next to a lake, and having a little mountain in the background. But I guess we could just put some of our stuff down. Maybe craft some chests. Speaking about chests, they look so cool in 3D. I mean, look at all the detail. There's so much texture going into it. Wow. And now I'm just going to place my bed down and set my spawn, and start gathering the materials that I'm going to need to build. Like I said before, I'm definitely excited to build this house because it's just going to look so cool with this mod. Building is kind of the reasons why I got this mod in the first place. And we're definitely gonna add some leaves to the build too. So with that in mind, I continued to get all the materials I needed, such as oak wood and birch wood, until I finally had everything I needed to build. I mined and mined and mined until my tools were about to break. I also thought that grabbing some plants, and I mean all the plants because every one of them were beautiful, and getting some firefly bushes would make the build look a lot better. And for the roof, I decided it would be best to start getting some cobblestone. And I would go ahead and mine a lot of it. And I mean a lot. And now I officially have all the materials I need to build. And now we can actually start making the house. I just put this in vibrant visuals because I just wanted to see how it will look. And it definitely looks good. 3D part, the decorations, and with vibrant visuals, it just looks so cool. And I'm definitely proud of all the detail we put into the roof. That being said, I am going to have to remove vibrant visuals because I don't want my game to glitch out too much, so yeah. You know, the house still looks good even without vibrant visuals. Anyways, I think it's time to move our stuff in. Alright, we haven't actually finished making the floor to the attic yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Great, now we just have to add some torches because it's going to be dark on the first floor. Great, now that we have torches inside, we could just put all of our stuff in. And that should be everything inside the house. I have all of my stuff separated because we're going to make a pretty good interior in here. But I do want to gather a lot more materials. Well, not a lot more. I just want to see how deep slate is going to look and spruce wood. And I just can't wait to see how those are going to look in 3D. We've already seen how cobble deep slate is going to look. With that said, I think I'm just going to smelt some of my food and start cooking it and prepare for the journey. And I just crafted a bowl, so now all we're waiting for is the food. And now that the food is done, it's time to go on the journey. We haven't yet found the spruce biome, but I do want to real quickly go to this village. Honestly, the houses normally look ugly, and they still kind of do, but now that everything's in 3D, I would say it still looks a little good. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start collecting all the crops I can. And now that I think about it, these crops actually have their own 3D looking texture. Like, look at the wheat. It actually looks a lot more realistic, and the potatoes too. Let's also make sure that we collect all the hay bales. Oh, look at that, there's actually some carrots in this village. And they look way better too in 3D. Since I had gotten everything I wanted from the village, actually I almost forgot about the iron golem. But once I killed it and crafted an iron pickaxe, I continued to travel until I found a spruce biome. And eventually I did find some spruce wood. Okay, the spruce wood looks pretty good. Let's see how the stripped version looks. Alright, it definitely looks a lot better. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and collect some saplings now to bring back with us. This mountain biome is also very huge, and we're not going to be able to mine all the ores, of course. But I do want to get a little more iron ores. After all, we are going to be using some of it for making a farm back home or mining. Okay, this should be enough stuff for now. All we need to do is get back home, which should be easy with these cords. Well, I guess it's time to make another journey back. Home sweet home. Now that we're back, the first thing I want to do is actually make the interior for the inside of this house. Now that I think about it, the better idea would probably be just to make a farm. First, I'm going to make a water bucket and smelt some of this raw iron. Anyways, once the amount of iron I needed was smelted, I crafted some holes and started making the farm. And I'm definitely going to combine the wheat with potatoes and carrots. And now I think I'm just going to take some of my oak slabs and use it to make the farm look better. I'll definitely say that slabs definitely add that extra look to your farm. Now, as you can see, right next to the farm, I actually created a little space for a barn. And I do want to use deep slate to build it. So we're going to have to go down to the mines to get our stuff. And we can also use the deep slate for the interior to the house also. So overall, going down here to mine will be useful. And this should be all the deep slate we need for now. And it also looks like the spruce tree that I planted is finally grown. Thank God I went to get those spruce saplings, and now we could use this for our build. Alright, now that we have these materials, we can start the interior. All I'm gonna need is a stone cutter. Alright, and I think we'll just place it right over here next to the crafting table. And now we can start separating everything. Okay, it kind of looks goofy right now, but once all the walls are put into place, it's gonna make sense. This right here, of course, is leading into the kitchen over here. And now we could just put stripped spruce logs on top. Yeah, I definitely like the way this looks. And now we could just do the same thing for this entrance over here. And fill in the walls for the kitchen. Okay, I love the way everything looks so far. But I think it could look even better. First, we'll add some leaves over here. Yeah, this area definitely looks a lot better. And I also made sure to add a nice big painting in the kitchen as well. We definitely need to get a little more wool because we could add a lot more paintings to the house. But for now, it's safe to say that I'm satisfied with the interior. And start working on the barn near this flat area I made over here. And it seems like we're interrupted by this glitch. Look at my tools, they even messed up. And look at the sword, oh my god. The sword looks horrible right now. Oh my god, look at the bread. It's all glitched out. And hopefully by the time I finish the barn, the glitch is gone. Yeah, I got a little carried away, and as you can see, I did a lot more than just make one little barn. I made a windmill, a water fountain, and decorated the terrain a little more. Actually, let's just add one final touch. Now this area will actually be safe from mobs that spawn at night, thanks to the torches. I definitely love the way the barn came out. I added basically the same decorations, but I did add some texture in the walls. As you can see, I used deep slate bricks and cobble deep slate. And added a little polished deep slate too. The windmill could look a little better, but I'm pretty proud of it for the most part. And I guess now we can officially call this the perfect home. Well, definitely like and subscribe because I have a high chance of continuing this series since I love everything so much.